All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the game one of PRANA versus BONKZ. PRANA, the #1 Asia team, BONKZ, the #2 North American team on Warrior's Path. Let's take a look at PRANA's setup. We've got La 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 in a Masva unique upgrade heading towards Apples. Behind him is Zera Finite in a Shimakaze. This is a torpedo build Shimakaze. Note, without the unique upgrade, running 12-kilometer torpedoes. And then behind him is the Steel Shadow in a Bergon with what you would expect, although I'm surprised no Brisk. Instead, he's going for the turret, traverse, and priority target for a little bit more situational awareness. Yuka is going into the B cap in his Daring. Behind him is BYF 1945 in the Kremlin in pretty much a full tank build. Fronted by Yichui XNZ in a Gearing. This is a COTS build Gearing. Kare Akatsuki is in a unique upgrade Des Moines. In front of them, Himikui Kanata is in a reload build Stalingrad. And then finally we have Misamis in the Delny Puddin. So I think is the first time we've seen a Delny in this entire series of King of the Sea.
I thought we saw one like week one.
That's true, we did.
Not too many. Not too many Delnies now.
Didn't do too well for itself. All right, so let's take a look at the other stuff. What's going on for BONKZ, Puddin?
BONKZ Marasu is speed boosting to Apples. He's all about getting there and shooting things. We have a 4-blazing Gumo followed by a Manitar. And Sniper build Vermont, all heading to Apples. Going to Bravo is nobody.
Nope. So that's an easy cap for Yuka's Daring. He just walks right in, and it's like, now what?
The other French DD, the Kleber, didn't get to Chocolate in time to get it, driven by Battleship Nagano. It's the only name I really know how to play. And then, okay. We also have Chuck and his Moskva's legendary mod. Oh, look, another 4-blazing Gumo with a ledge mod Des Moines. And we have the quick scoping Vermont, and I use quick in very, very loose terms.
Yep.
Vermont only turns quickly, guys. And even then, it's still kind of like, Jesus, can you turn faster?
Battleship Nagato hits a brown alert, barely dodging a torpedo. Now, in his Kleber, he ran into Misamis in the Delny. The two traded fire. The key, though, is he was not able to grab C like they had hoped for. And so now each team is ticking up one cap. A reminder, ban ships for this particular game, Gdansk and the Marseille.
More importantly, I think, as far as the little DD trade, Delny came away in a better position than Kleb, i.e. because, well, one, Delny can heal, but you know, he doesn't look like he took a lot of damage. I believe he's got all of his heals to where the Kleb, you know, not going to do too well if he just keeps getting chipped away. Looks like he will be getting Chocolate.
Yeah,
there's... You know where the Death Snail is at.
There's really nothing that they can do about preventing the C cap, so that's going to flip. So the question is, how is PRANA going to be able to find a way in? I don't know that C is going to be their answer.
Well, my question is, no offense, what is Daring still doing at Bacon?
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. You reversed and got it. Awesome. Now what?
He's just sitting here and...
just reversing. He's the best reversing ship ever right now.
Well, I think he's waiting for somebody to come. And his closest, he's got radiolocation, right? So his closest, and he's looking that way too with his guns, it looks like. No, he's looking the other way. But radiolocation is pointing at that MOSFET, Chukwama. So I think he was expecting to see the Kleber come back around into B-cap. That didn't happen. And now he's making full speed for somewhere else.
But I mean, like that. Like, where do you put him? You've clearly decided you're not fighting for A. A is your kite side with the shimmy and the Bergon. would still like to see 20 kms out of the shimmy, like especially if you're kiting.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like your whole goal is to slow them down, and well, those reload faster than the 12s, and well, they have a little bit better distance than the 12s. You know, like the Moskva, like I find it weird that they put the Moskva in on the kite side instead of putting him on the, I would say, the alternative spot.
You're talking
On your
about BONKZ?
strong side? No, PRANA.
Well,
Because BONKZ is heavy here.
I think the difference, though, is that PRANA was expecting a fight at B-Cap, and that fight never came. So you've got two assets there that are planning to fight over something that traditionally is, it's a very competitive cap. And nothing happened. So they're literally sitting there like, well, what do we do? Because you know what, in competitive, you've done this enough times with like clan battles. All right, they're not coming. They're not coming. They're not coming. You finally decide to move. When you finally decide to move, that's when they show up, right? You've given up your strong position, and now you're exposed. And so I think that's part of the problem. They're trying to figure out, when do we just abandon this? And you can see the Moskva's like, well, they got A. At some point, they're going to go to B. So what's the point in leaving it?
The faster you figure it out is the sooner you start moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, unfortunately, Moskva's stuck there. Clearly, BONKZ's strategy was take A, get a pick, force them off and away, move into Bacon, with the ship lead, and like the pick never happened because PRANA was like, yeah, no, we're just not gonna really defend the A.
Well, and the Delny was a really good way to kind of negate the Kleber to the point where Nagato's at half health now, and you can see they're moving assets to B. Like they are collapsing on the B cap as BONKZ has ceded the C cap away from PRANA, which I find very interesting. I was talking about that earlier. Like, I didn't think PRANA was going to end up getting C. They did.
I think they could have rotated the Daring
over to C. Or A, for that matter.
I was going to say over to Apples. You can keep them there. Just put them on the other side, because that's going to tell you when they're rotating over, because he's going to spot somebody.
That's true.
Get spotted, and that tells you, oh, well, what are they making their move? Well, they're making it now because I'm being shot at.
Mm-hmm. Yuka is now being shot at, by the way, because of that radar.
Moskva radar for PRANA is down, which means BONKZ should be able to flip this cap with Battleship Nagato sitting on the Bacon cap.
Yeah.
Should be able to get it flipped.
Yep. Now, the Daring does have a heal, so he's able to heal that up. Dyer's Marceau, though, does not have a heal. So we got Misma and Dyer duking it out. I wonder if Yuka could be smoking and shooting here, but he's not taking advantage of that opportunity. Kind of surprised to see that, really.
Interesting. The Burgon and Shimmy have decided to come back to A to keep them honest. That's what you have to do as a kite side. Once you notice they've kind of left, you've got to go back and keep them honest to draw something back over. If not, you just back cap them.
Yep, I do like that decision. I feel, though, like the Shimakaze is playing a little bit too passively in his positioning. He's got 12-kilometer torpedoes, and I think he's playing like he's got 20s.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to be caught out by a Minotaur either. The Minotaur's radar. Of
course. And as soon as you see the Minotaur, he hits his I win button. So I completely agree with you there. It's just, it feels like he's just so far away, he's just not having an impact.
Like, his RPF is pointing right at the Minotaur, but is like, he's got to be thinking, is it behind the island or not? Right? And the reason it's the Minotaur, because the Marceau was caught on radar over, like, he was spotted. So it's like, okay, it has to be the Minotaur.
But look at Dyer. I love how Dyer is going right to where Addy is, and then he's going to go right into C. He's just going to charge headlong at the Shimakaze, because he's got relocation too.
That shimmy is within Moscow, or not Moscow, Minotaur radar, I do believe.
He is. And there's the radar. And here comes the pick. Dyer now slowing down, stopping. He's just going to shoot. He sees the Delny opening up on him. He does not see the Burgon shells coming in, though. Ooh.
No,
Oh.
but he felt it.
He felt that, that's for sure. Steel Shadow does have his reload boost going. Here comes the second salvo. And suddenly you go from... Woof, missed it all. Suddenly you go from, I'm going to get this easy pick, to, I might get picked.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Yep. Dyer's forced to DCP as his engines go down. He's going to slow down, stop, and try to reverse. Oh, those shells just miss.
You know, if I was this Burgon, I actually would have just stuck with AP. For the simple fact of the Dyer is getting down to, HE, French saturation.
Right, the AP is more guaranteed damage, and at that low hit points, you want to get the ship out. You don't want to, like, break it. You want it gone. Speaking of gone, BONKZ's Vermont to the south of sea is being farmed out quite handily right now, as Tester's Des Moines and Obi-Wan Kenobi's Hargamo try to stem the bleeding over here, force Yichu's gearing back, but it's too late. He's already dumped his torpedoes at the Vermont. Vermont's going to take one on the face. Eesh.
If he goes down, that's going to be huge.
His
Once
DC...
Vermont goes down, it could change everything.
It really could. Now, his DCP is active for a couple more seconds. Watch this salvo come in. Right as DCP falls down. This is HE. He's got his heel going. There's a sticky fire. All they need to do is start one more sticky fire on the stern or bow, and that's pretty much a dead, cooked Vermont right there.
While that was going on, the Shimikaze for Team Alpha is flipped to A-cap.
Yeah, there's no easy way for BONKZ to prevent that.
Unfortunately for Eddie, was just shells were just a little bit too south of where the shimmy was.
Yep, and there's the Vermont going down.
So BONKZ has got to do something in the next 20 seconds.
Look at the points, yeah. Look at the points. You might
losing the Vermont and then flipping the cap. I think that's the nail in the coffin.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Right. Well, one ship died. Nobody else is really low-ish to be a potential pick for anybody, and they're gonna win just based on caps and one kill.
Yep. Let's try to see if we can get a glimpse of this capsizing Vermont. And that's our death pick for this round, or for this particular game, I should say, as PRANA wins. That's Team Alpha pudding.
Team Alpha.
That's Team Alpha.
Great. The curse of Team Bravo is coming back. Grow up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our next game. This is PRANA versus BONKZ. PRANA up one game right now. Remember, every team wants to win today. You need to maximize your wins to have a chance to go into tomorrow. And right now, BONKZ only has one win total, and PRANA only has one win total. Gonna be interesting to see what happens. This is my map. Faroe Islands. Let's take a look at the green lineup. We've got Missimus in the Gdansk this time. Yuka in the Salem. This is a radar Salem. Federica Jiang in a range build Stalingrad. Steel Shadow has changed to a Montana with a sniper spec, heading towards apples as well. Heading towards chocolate is our first Castilla we've seen, I think, in the tournament, or maybe the second. In that ship. We've got BYF in a St. Vincent. It's basically range and speed build. Himakuni Kanata in a range build Des Moines, not unique upgrade. Hare Akatsuki is now in a Harugamo. I would say it's a 410 Blaze It mostly build. And then Ichui's gearing is in a your typical COTS spec. He grabs chocolate very easily because that's his home cap. what do we have going on for BONKZ, Puddin'?
For bunks, we've got Gdansk, Radar Pew Pew, 420 Gumo, Ledgemont Des Moines, a tank slash speed build Burgon, and a Ledgemont Moskva, all heading to Apples. Parked behind Bacon is a Stalingrad with range. And getting chocolate is a Gearing Minotaur, followed up by a Quick Scope Vermont.
Yeah, Todd,
And
how
you guys
Sorry, go ahead.
You guys got donut, we got chocolate.
Oh, you're right. I apologize. Yep. That's right.
How
The
dare
donut
you get food groups mixed up?
Well, they go hand in hand, don't they? Donuts and chocolate?
Well, I mean, considering I got yelled at that C wasn't for cookies, it's chocolate chip cookies.
Ah, okay.
I've never heard of a chocolate chip cookie donut, but I'm sure there's one out there somewhere.
Oh, yes, there are. And they are delicious. Well, anyways, it looks to me like PRANA is pushing hard at their donut side, and BONKZ has got most of their assets up at the Apple side. But Yuka's Salem position, that's a very strong position for a Salem. It's going to take a long time for them to farm him down. So I don't know that I like this idea of going up here, but we'll have to see. Bans, remember Marseille and the Petropavlovsk this round.
Well, I think for Kots, the Salem position is the better choice because where BONKZ is sending Des Moines is where you saw a lot of teams put it for clan battles.
Yeah.
Right? I think for this particular tournament, I think the Salem position is a little bit stronger there, but with as much assets as BONKZ is putting there, they are predicting the Salem spot, which is why the Burgon is like as far as he is too to potentially get shots in on him.
That's why you also have the Gumo and the Des Moines there. I mean, the idea is to just farm him out. It's going to take a long time because the Salem's got that boosted heal.
Well, I mean, the other thing, though, is while you're shooting at him, right, you back up your Gdansk like they're doing. Who's going to shoot the Gdansk? The other Gdansk? They're both going to laugh at each other and go, we both know our guns don't work.
That's right. As they do get onto the ACAP, BONKZ is going to grab Apples. Down to the south over at Chocolate, there's a bit of a fight going on as PRANA has 2 destroyers that have been detected. BONKZ splitting their fire, notably, between the Hargamo and the Gearing. Confused.
That's bad. You cannot afford to split your fire between 2 DDs.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pick one. Looks like they have chosen to pick the Gearing.
Well, he's the only thing left that's visible, so yeah.
Listen, I don't want to hear that he's the only one they can see. Excuse.
Okay.
You know, it's not like they were forced to only shoot the Gearing because Guma was like, no, I don't want to get shot at.
But did you see he was very smart? He stayed directly bow on to the Minotaur shells, bounced most of that incoming hate. He weathered that quite well, all things considered.
Yes, he did. Well, these torpedoes were close, but Eddie, easily dodges them.
Yeah, back over at Apples. Hey, look, they didn't get the ACAP. What do you know?
Oh, look, he's reversing back into it because radar's down.
Right. Also, oh look, Des Moines is at half health already.
I wonder who touched him, or if this just been how long this lab fight's been going on.
I think it's how long this lab fight's been going on. Yuka's doing a nice job of staying dark, dodging most of that incoming hate, forcing out a Gdansk radar just for his team to be able to know where he is and shoot a little bit.
Fortunately, I think it's a little late on that radar.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, like, the power of the Gdansk radar is, oh, hold on, give me 2 seconds, and it's back.
Look at how aggressive PRANA is pushing BONKZ's
Ooh,
group
look
to
at
the
these
south.
shots on the Stalingrad. I don't even know who shot at him, but it was a full broadside Stalingrad. And Stalingrad's going to get in and cap
Bacon. Yep. I
I'm
kind of
just
like.
gonna say that's a lot of balls, but at the same point, who's gonna stop him?
Well, take a look at the mini map. That's exactly right. I mean, what he's doing is he's setting himself up to cut off a retreat from BONKZ to the south. They can
That's what got
farm out.
chosen to get farmed out here to Port Vermont.
They could farm out the Vermonts. Exactly right. I think that's their play. Get him out, and then they can advance a little bit farther. There's Chukwama's radar catching BYF St. Vincent. Big deal.
Vermont shells are not even going to be close to resetting the Stalingrad.
No, they do get bacon for Team PRANA. That's huge. As now the next snail opens up and Addy just has to wait a little bit longer. Oh, just took a lot of damage right there from the St. Vincent.
Problem is, your Vermont.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is the downside to the Vermont. Once it's chosen inside, like, that's it.
Yeah, it can't run very well. We saw that last weekend with ELSR. And
I think the last time I saw Vermont run, an FDR passed it up laughing at him, going, God, you're slow.
yeah, well, of course, because it's an FDR. But we saw teams try switching. I think BONKZ actually did that on this map. They tried switching Vermont to Montana, and it just wasn't enough. Vermont is healing now as he's perma-burning. He is undetected. Ooh, torpedoes.
No. Oh, my God. Look at that gearing size gap. Oh, good. Dance kills Stalingrad.
Wow. That's a huge kill with the torpedoes. Battling the ship Nagato rotating around. They got the A-cap. And who cares if the Salem wants to sit there? They'll just let the Salem sit there. This is actually a very smart play by BONKZ.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's dumb as this may sound. I'd put my money on a Des Moines. Right? He does have that little bit longer radar range.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's going to be able to use cover a little bit more wisely, even though there's, like, not a lot of cover.
Yep. PRANA is going to come up with a chocolate cap, though. They just got reset. But it's only a matter of time before the gearing is able to grab it for free, as the Des Moines and Castilla and Hargumo are working in tandem to try to farm out Addy's Minotaur. Oh, wait. There's incoming Stalingrad shells.
Addy's.
Or Montana shells, I mean.
He's going to go down.
He's going to go down. It's just a matter of
One.
seconds. Exactly.
But I mean, that's all key. Get rid of the battleship, and like that cap is free because you're forcing the cruiser away.
Yep.
Because now your cruisers, for the most part, can just they don't have to rely on the Gumo smoke. They can start opening water a little bit.
Exactly.
Right, like Des Moines just has to bow into Bregon and start laughing.
Check out the St. Vincent that has decided to go into B to die. I mean, why?
He has forward launch torpedoes.
Okay, one.
Right.
He does smack
on two sides.
He does smack Kermit a little bit. But
ironically, I think this is the only thing maybe Obregon could do something to its face.
yeah, well, that happened. And then here's all the torps. I mean, like I said, he just went in there to die. Oh, look, he died. I mean, okay, Funny Torp is gonna barely miss the Moskva. That's the first Funny Torp. I mean, come on, he's got Hydra going anyways.
I agree. I don't get that play.
If he's afraid of the Stalingrad, then he either stops at the island, or he just W's anyways. I mean, he walked right in front of two destroyers, a battleship, and a heavy cruiser, and expected to do what?
I will say the one thing I don't like about this is while I'm going to put my money on the Des Moines winning the fight with the Salem, why do you not have the Moskva come up behind the Salem too?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I understand there's a Montana there. Moskva still has plenty of islands to utilize to get there, to where when a Salem reverses too far back, you just slap him.
Speaking of Salem, he's got one heal left and 10 seconds until he can use it. So Tester's doing a really nice job in that location. He's able to stealth fire, actually. So he's doing a nice job with radaring and shooting.
That's what I mean. That longer range radars, obviously came into play here.
Yep. Yuka is still gonna force them to use all of this hit points. So he's kind of doing what he needs to do in Asylum, but it really doesn't matter. Chukwama's going down.
When you can farm it for free, it's farmed for free. Oh look, it's like camping Stalingrad went down.
Worthy of note though, Addy is still alive.
It's Addy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like the Death Snail, it's done its job. The problem is they're not utilizing it really anymore. Like, okay, Stalingrad's down, cool story, brah. You still need to get back into Bacon.
Well, they've turned, yeah, and that's what they've done. They've actually turned due north right now.
But the problem is you're leaving the Gearing Minotaur alive.
Yep. And there's the Gumo shooting in from the back of the Salem. Salem knows he's really stuck now.
Once that Salem goes down, Tester's
that's it.
Free.
Permafire. So now Tester can just hit W. Look how close the teams are in terms of points and in terms of time to win. This is a close game.
As much as this Death Snail is turned north, they're not still turned towards Bacon, really. Right?
Yeah.
It looks like they want to get back to their side of the map to take it, which I don't understand.
Because they already have it. Maybe what they're trying to do is figure out what the BONKZ destroyers are going to do. Maybe they expect BONKZ to go for the decap, and they're trying to set up a kill zone between the Montana to the north and the Death Snail to the south.
I mean, they do have these DDs on location. At least the Gearing or the Gumo has them on RPF.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they know they're still somewhere over there in the cap.
Mm-hmm.
And considering that, like you said, the Gumo was shooting the Salem, like, that information had to have been relayed. Like, what's Gumo's max range? Like 13-ish kilometers, but he's not running range, so it's like 12 something. So, like, where the Gumo is still in the B cap.
Worthy of note, PRANA's gearing has permanently lost the rear torpedo launcher.
Oh, he doesn't need torpedoes?
Oh.
He didn't even spec into torpedoes.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't then, because he didn't need them. Well, he did put the upgrade on for torpedoes, but,
That was just for show. That was for us.
Okay.
It was for us.
That's for us. Got it. Well, BONKZ knows that the only way in it for PRANA is to go through the B cap, and if you look, they are being very defensive with their positioning. They're just waiting for the push.
I mean, they're up on ships.
They're up on points as well.
But I mean, that's the reason they're up on points, because they have that extra ship kill.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right. So they know this. So it's why sacrifice something. Mm-hmm. Right. The Brigand was close to hell death, but a couple heals later, they're half health.
Well, there's the Death Snail with the Des Moines radar.
PRANA's Montana just might want to start using some of the HP pool to get something killed.
He's kind of going off on an adventure, isn't he? Big shot into Dyer's Hargamo. Oof. Big hits there. Big hits there.
Well, as PRANA's Montana said, I don't need to sacrifice HP when I can slap things.
And Dyer might go out here.
Dyer's going out. Look at all that fire.
Brilliant focus fire from PRANA, taking out one ship. And that's the hard part. When you're told, just live, and we're good. The hard part with that is, it only takes one person to be caught out, and all of a sudden, it's no longer live and we're good. It's now, we need a pick.
Like there's the thing, like, PRANA doesn't have to take it, because they just took the lead by killing a ship.
That's right. And they're good.
So
they win in 3.5 minutes.
Now it's, crap, we have to keep somebody alive. Don't anybody get caught out.
Yep.
And guess who's probably going to get caught out is the Castile here.
Yep, I'm looking at him.
Addy and Tanau are coming back.
Yep, and they don't know this is coming. Castilla probably sees the smoke now. No, he's not even looking that way. He's not even looking that way.
Oh,
He will be
yes,
soon.
no.
He will be soon because now he's got Rainbow coming in from Addy. Now he's looking. Now he's looking. He's like, oh no. Todd Howard opening up with his guns. Odd.
Yeah, I question that.
Definitely
But
not
maybe
necessary.
maybe that keeps him spotted that brief second longer, possibly. Like, it's the only thing I can think of. You know, as you know,
Yes.
Castillo backs around behind the island and goes dark.
I think it's more just BONKZ knows they need a pick and they're trying to get him to, I don't know, get a couple more hit points down. Convince the Castilla to move forward or something. It's just odd. Conga line torps from Eddie.
All he's got to do is keep reversing. There's no way he's not, like, okay, there goes Gearing Torps by. He has to know they're Gearing Torps. Because, like you say, Minotaur's probably going to conga line his.
Right. Now, worth noting, too, is we got broadside shots that are coming in now on Lala's position. So he's forced to go closer to the island to dodge. There he goes. And I love the timing of Addy's torpedoes. If Lala had gone full forward, he'd be dead. So it was a really good attempt there to take him down. I just don't see him going down anytime soon. Des Moines now showing his face, trying to get them to shoot him instead of the Castilla. I like that idea.
More importantly, that Des Moines is like kind of farmed the Burgon down a bit.
Yep. Todd Howard's trying to come up from behind. This is a huge desperation play on the part of the Gearing. BONKZ is gonna lose.
He has to live.
Yeah, he has to get the kill and live, and that ain't happening. Lala's forced to go forward. He's gonna possibly take a torpedo. Yep, he does take one in the butt. But 9 seconds to go, and that's gonna be it. I don't think there's a way for.
No.
Well, nope. That's it. That's it. Hermit goes down as well just to seal the deal.
That's a tough break for BONKZ here.
Absolutely is.
It was well played by both teams, I say. Kind of what we expect from COTS. It gets hot and heavy at the end.
Absolutely.
Slow and painful in the beginning, hot and heavy at the end.
That's right. So let's go ahead and since we have a 2-0, let's go ahead and set PRANA as the winner.